preparation step is done, and now it's time to apply the urethane and install the glass. Is it best to apply the urethane to the glass or to the pinch weld? Actually, it makes no difference. Whatever the technician is comfortable with is the correct way. In this case, the technician has decided to apply the adhesive to the pinch weld. He starts on the passenger side bottom for a reason. The first urethane to leave the tube is the first to cure. Because the airbags on the passenger side uses the windshield for deployment, it is best to begin there. He applies the urethane so his caulk gun is in a 90-degree angle to the floor of the pinch weld. This enables the technician to apply the adhesive to the surface and not lay the adhesive. This makes a difference if the pinch weld is uneven or indented in spots. This forces the urethane down into the recesses and assures a leak-free application. He uses the existing bead as a roadmap for proper placement of the urethane bead. He runs the bead along the bottom and up the side a few inches. Then he reaches to the top center and begins the next application. Again, he runs the bead along the top and down the A-pillar until he comes to the bottom bead. Then he turns the gun 90 degrees and runs the bead alongside and outside the bottom bead by a few inches. This is important to accomplish because if the top bead is run inside the bottom, it can cause a channel that can allow water to enter the inside of the vehicle. He then repeats the procedure on the opposite side, making sure to try to eliminate any seams that may cause a leak. He then uses a plastic stick to paddle any mismatching seams and close any gaps in the V bead. Setting the glass into the opening is a very important step. Mishandling the glass can cause a very messy cleanup problem, or, worse yet, it could cause a bond problem. The glass should not be moved up, down, or sideways any more than a quarter to a half inch. That is why our technicians used the dry set procedure to mark the glass for proper alignment. Once the glass is in place, a smoothing action is used to push the glass flush with the roofline. This is much better than a patting or spanking the glass into place. This is called decking. Once the glass is in the position desired, then take the tape that was placed on the roof and stick it to the glass to temporarily hold it until the urethane has built enough strength to hold itself. If there are any areas where the glass did not hit the tip of the V-bead, then paddle the urethane under the glass and redeck to seal. Reinstall the parts in reverse order of removal. Make sure that the cowl panel is firmly seated on the firewall and that the side moldings are flush with the A-pillar. Position the wipers parallel to the lower frit band and tighten the wipers to the appropriate torque. Now is the time to leak test your installation. This allows you to easily fix the problem before it cures up and before you give it back to the customer. Now that the vehicle is leak-free and put back together, it is time to clean up. Wash the exterior surface of the glass and check for any residue on the painted surfaces. Double-check molding fit and all mechanical items removed for installation. Reinstall add-ons if your expertise allows. It may not be wise to force wires behind moldings and headliners until after the urethane has had time to cure. No job is done until the paperwork is done, and auto glass installation is no exception. Now is the time to collect the VIN number, batch numbers from your urethane system, DOT number from the glass, and any other insurance information required. Mark all items on the work order and double check. Now remove all safety equipment and gloves and do a walkthrough as if you own the vehicle. This will give you an insight to what the customer will do, and you may find debris you forgot or overlooked. Don't forget to give the customer the final instructions. Do not drive the vehicle until the urethane is cured. Give the customer the time of day, not the amount of time. Leave the window open to allow for air to escape. Don't run the vehicle through a professional car wash until the next day. Remove any tape as soon as the vehicle is safe to drive. Longer is not better. And finally, be proud of a job well done. You deserve it. After all, you just completed the proper installation.